Good evening. This is Slogging It. It's Johnno with Simon Roberts. Eugene, the sneaky bastard, has somehow, despite me and Robbo having to record all the time when England have lost on basically every time they've played, I think South Africa have lost twice, and I think Eugene might have escaped talking about it both times.
Yeah. He's sly like that, isn't he? A rusty fighter.
Cheeky. So yeah, I didn't get a chance to watch it, so I'm kind of heavily reliant on you this evening. Although, I mean, there's a lot to talk about. Virat Kohli probably needs a mention, and other than that, it was basically the dicking of all dickings.
Well,
we bowled them out for fewer and got more than South Africa. So does that mean we're actually better than South Africa? Right. Cool.
No,
I thought that's what you'd
definitely
say.
Doesn't mean that. Because after watching us try and taste 280 yesterday, I mean, we jokingly said that they'd probably got 50 too many when they got to 200. As it was, we might have chased that, but no, it was Virat Kohli is a fine white ball cricketer. I was thinking about this earlier today. I was like, obviously yesterday Ravindra got 100, 90 again, didn't he?
No, 100. He got his third 100.
I was like, the team of the tournament is going to be a tough pick.
Yeah.
In terms of that, the people at the top of the batting order is going to be, you've got Rohit, Warner, De Kock, Kohli, Ravindra, Markram, Fakhar Zaman's coming in now, blasting it everywhere.
Yeah.
So it's going to be, I'm quite looking forward to the episode when this World Cup finally finishes, circa, I might have retired from the world then, so God knows what's going on. But no, I wanted to, I don't know if you've watched much of India recently, since they've decided to pick their best bowling attack. And for me, what is possibly one of the best white ball bowlers in the world in a minute, in Mohammad Shami, he got Markram out earlier today, and I did see a little bit of it, and it was just an exhibition of seam bowling. He comes in his first over. Yeah, I mean, he actually went for 9 in his first over with one of those an inside snag for 4, but he got completely wrong. He was basically gone to Markram, right, I'm going to deck it back at you. Deck 4 balls back. One was a bit full and got hit past him, but I don't think he minds that. And then he just sits in the fifth or final ball of the over, whatever it was, and holds it the other way, and Markram nicks it behind. That's incredible. If any young bowler, young medium fast to fast, I mean, he's not slow, he's bowling at 84, 85 miles an hour. But if any young bowler wants to watch how to set a batter up, how to use the crease, how to use your variation in deliveries, watch him bowl. Because he gets wicked, and he can move the ball both ways. He gets bowled, he gets WWs, he gets caught behind. He's quick enough that his short ball does keep people
honest.
Yeah, so he's just absolutely incredible to watch, and to think that he didn't play the first 3 games or whatever it was is astounding. But then obviously Jadeja's bowled well today. They are looking scary good at the minute. You can't really pick a weakling, can you?
No, and we've said that throughout the tournament, haven't we? I mean, if South Africa bat first, do we see a slightly different game? And is this now becoming a real problem for South Africa being able to chase?
Well, no. I think it's a problem. There's a problem chasing within this World Cup, full stop. I'll be honest. We've seen the amount of times that sides have got reasonable scores, and then you've seen sides get bundled out. Whether that's because the ball started to deck around a bit more, I don't think personally it is. I'll be honest. I think there's been a couple of teams that have struggled chasing in this World Cup. So I don't know. Possibly. Like, obviously, there's no pressure on you batting first, is there? Really? There's sides seem to. You look at how India again played today. Accumulate, go mental at the end, and we're seeing some ridiculous scores in the last. Obviously, South Africa have got more than 115. I think it is 3 times in the last 10 overs. India have gone out today and banged it everywhere in the last 10 overs. So yeah, I just think I think there's a lot of over analysing going on. I don't know what your thoughts are and whether you think it is as well, but I think there's a lot of over analysis going on into what we think is best to do. Should we should play good cricket?
Yeah. Eugene and I was talking about that. I know you'd spoken to him about it the previous night, and I just said, good cricket wins cricket matches. I know. Look, that India bowling attack is scary. I mean, Shami was 2 for 18 off his 4 today. Bumrah, we all know how dangerous he can be. Siraj, well, let's go through it. Bumrah, none for 14 off 5. Siraj, 1 for 11 off 4, bowled very well. Jadeja, 5 for 33 off 9. Shami, 2 for 18 off 4. And the entire South African attack just got blown away, didn't it? 14 was the top score, which was Marco Jansen, getting bundled all out for 83, chasing 327.
Yeah.
But that entire, other than KL Rahul, who's had a pretty solid tournament, he failed today with 8. But other than that, Sky got 22. That was their lowest score. So that the Indian side, they just look so complete as a unit, don't they? Like all round good fielders.
Yeah, they do. And it's interesting, like when they talk about if Hardik does come back in, because you'd say, I mean, they all score quick enough, don't get me wrong, but Hardik is that kind of player that can come in and bomb the ball. You'd say all the others, Sky can do it a little bit, I guess, but all the others, you'd say more proper batters who play. I mean, they score fast enough, don't get me wrong, but and Shreyas Iyer seems to be developing his game certainly on that front to taking that to a level. But you just saw like you watched them bat today, and it was just Kohli and Shreyas are batting. It's just like, yeah, we know exactly what we're doing. We're just going to knock the ball around, knock the ball around, knock the ball around. Your bowlers are bad and we'll bang it. They seem to know exactly where they want to score, the boundary options and how to get the field manipulated. I think Shamsi was bowling at Shreyas at one point today, and you could just see him. He was almost basically turning around and going, right, I've got the field now. So there was no one sort of behind, a long way behind square. And you just flat batted it, picked him up, flat batted him before, and you're going, right, okay, they changed the field, he knocks it round. Right, where else? There's my boundary option, bang. They just look like they're toying with people at the minute, and it's just quite a scary prospect, to be honest, to play against that. So,
if they wanted to bring Pandya back in, they're not going to drop Shami. Who goes from the batting lineup? I mean,
Sky.
Based on it'd have to be, wouldn't it? And he's the best D20 player in the world.
Well, I mean,
but then it's about the different role, isn't it? Like, so one of the things, I know you haven't listened to it, but one of the things I was talking to Eugene about last night was they were talking on BBC yesterday about how different Josh Butler's role is in a T20 side than it is in the 50-over side. And his record in 50-over cricket in India is pretty poor. Yeah. I think before yesterday, he averaged something like 15. Whereas you put him at the top of the order in a T20 side, and he just goes out and, belts it, quite frankly, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So, I know Sky bats middle order for in T20 stuff. He might bat 4.
Yeah.
I wonder if it is that change of role where he doesn't really know how to go about what he's trying to do.
Yeah, potentially.
So he becomes a bit muddled.
I think there's certainly and we've seen it from quite a few players certainly in this tournament. There's been a lack of 50-over cricket played, and it's in the run-up to it, been a lot of T20 cricket played, whereas in T20 cricket, your batting in T20 cricket is pretty defined as if you want to get yourself in, you've got 8 balls, and you see some players do that, you see other players who don't. So, but I think in this tournament, you've seen that there is time, and I think I think for some of the players, I think England have been found wanting on this run. They've not known that kind of ability to build innings. It's kind of gone from some players. I think England have struggled with that. I think Sky's struggling with that a little bit. I mean, you can afford to in that side because everyone else is absolutely smoking the ball. So, yeah, but I think in terms, like you say, the Pandya, for me, Pandya coming back into their side does balance it a little bit. That kind of number 6 slot, all-rounder, gives them a 6 bowling option. Not that they need it.
They might try and protect him. Yeah, if he is injured, then they might try and protect him and just have him in there as someone who can, like you say, just go in and tee it up from ball 1, in effect.
Yeah, so I mean, if he does come in and plays and can do that, then that's that's them almost as a complete one-day side, isn't it? That's you're looking at that going, yeah, Kohli got two good spin options, 3 belting seamers with a 4th option in Pandya, and then they've got batters that can bat at whatever rate is needed to, and who are all in good nick. So I think that's one thing you've got to say about them. They are all in good form.
Do we then think that, so, if this does transpire to be the World Cup final, India-South Africa,
Yeah.
do we think it needs to be South Africa bat first to really make a proper game of it?
Look, I think this Indian bowling attack is freakishly good. How that'd be earlier in the day, I don't know. But I think South Africa have got to. I think the only way anyone beats this India team is if they have an off day. Certainly, from what I've seen in this tournament, I think batting first, batting second, it doesn't matter. You'd say, based on what we've seen from South Africa, yes, they would. I think both teams will want to bat first.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just think you're looking at it. I mean, we're writing off Australia, who have all of a sudden look like they've decided to remember how to play cricket.
Yeah.
Again, their bowling attack's very good, and in Zampa they've got someone that doesn't seem to go for a run at the minute. So I think to call this, you'd say India pretty much not nailed on. They're as nailed on as anyone can be at this point to get into that final.
Yeah, they're by far and away favourites, aren't they?
But I think the form side outside of India is probably Australia.
Australia, yeah, no, I'd agree.
So
we must talk about Kohli. Equalled a record that probably 5 years ago, 10 years ago, people were saying would never be even remotely challenged in 49 50 over 100s, equaling the great Sachin. 3 chances now to go past it in this World Cup. And let's not forget that today was his 35th birthday.
Yeah.
And it was at the holy grail of Indian cricket at Eden Gardens, wasn't it? So do we think he's going to beat the record during this World Cup?
I mean, who've they got? You wouldn't be surprised if they did.
No, I'm just going to have a look at what they've got. Who are they next playing? So Monday, Bangladesh playing tomorrow. They are playing. Oh my God, they play Holland.
Well, that's it. For me, one of the only ways he doesn't get it is if Holland bat first.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
So Holland is their last. I mean, to be fair,
last group game. Yeah,
last group game. You wouldn't put it past him. You'd have to say, look, he's in ridiculously good nick. Second leading run scorer, 543 at an average of 108 or played.
Cheers.
So, yeah, you'd have to. And he loves a big game. He loves being the centre of attention. He loves being the star of the show. Doesn't mind the spotlight, does he? No. So no, I'm not going to be surprised. I think he probably will do. I think it wouldn't surprise me if he did it in the World Cup final.
Yeah.
Just to prove how big of a deal he is. But yeah, I mean, you've got in the batting stats at the minute, you've got no one else is averaging more than Ravindra's averaging 74.7.
Decent.
And Kohli is in front averaging 108. Well, 108.6.
Who's top run scorer?
Quinton de Kock by 7.
Oh, right.
So he's averaging 69, 550 at 69, 8 innings.
With a second ball duck in there. Oh, they both got ducks. Oh, no, he got 4 against England, and Kohli got a duck against England.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, Kohli's 8 innings, 3 not-outs.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Fair play.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to say that there's a lot of people scored a lot of runs.
Yes. Yeah. Other than that Indian bowling attack, it's pretty much been it's been a very good World Cup for the batters, hasn't it?
Yeah. You'd say like some of the bowlers. We talk about this Indian bowling attack. There's only Shami that's in the top 5, and he's only played 4 games. Yeah, Bumnas, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that got 15 wickets. Jadeja, 7. They're doing all right, but then you think Zampa top 19 wickets at an average of where's average 17.
Decent.
I mean, Mohammad Shami has got 16 wickets at an average of 7.
Cheers. Yeah. What? Hell, I mean, why leave him out for the first 5 games or 4 games? You know,
It's just,
beggars belief.
it's astounding.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, look, we can look forward to some more fantastic. Well, 3 more instances of what we would expect to be fantastic Indian performances. Before we go, tomorrow, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka. I assume you're going to back Sri Lanka,
I think that could be the worst game of the World Cup.
right?
But,
Okay.
however, it might shock us all and we might have a tight one because both teams are frankly not great. The left arm seamer from Sri Lanka looks a steady bowler. I'll give him that. But other than that, no.
Left wanting.
A bit like England's performances.
Right. Well, less said about that.
But all we've got to beat the Netherlands. All we've got to do is beat the Netherlands.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And as we keep saying, it's the hope that kills you. You know what we're gonna say when we lose to the Netherlands in midweek, Wednesday or whenever it is.
I'm going to say I'm really glad they doled out them central contracts in the middle of the tournament. That's what I'm going to say.
No, right. So this is what you and I were talking about last night. They didn't. So according to David Willey, they all knew when they got to Lords before they left for the trip. They all knew then. It's just they only got announced to the press during the tournament. They only got announced to us. The lads all knew before they even got on the plane to go to India.
I still think that's odd. I still think why would you do it?
Well, one of the things we were talking about. Why would you not look at performances during the World Cup to then make a Yeah.
And like Michael Vaughan said, you've got a bloke who's the only real new ball bowler you've got, who you can't find is apparently not in your 29 best players.
Yeah.
So
ridiculous.
Insane.
Anyway,
insane. But hey ho.
Well, lovely to see you.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, I will be. Oh no, it'll be you.
Me and you tomorrow, I think. But we will see.
Night off, wallet. So yeah, another fantastic victory for India. South Africa will no doubt come again. I expect them to bounce back strong from this. They've been a fantastic side throughout the entire tournament. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, Simon. Great to see you, mate. I'll see you in a couple of days, no doubt. But until then, lots of love. We'll see you soon.
Speak to you later.